So, I'm still yet to understand how some Nigerians think. Guys, just take a look at this video first.
Behave as if we don't know what.
But Sheila, there are those who say if it was Peter Obi that was elected president, if it was Atiku Abubakar, they would have done better than what we are seeing today.
Nobody could have done better than what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing today.
So you think that what we are getting today is the best any leader can offer Nigeria as of now?
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has the best manifesto out of the three top candidates. And I challenge any of them to present their manifesto and let us compare. And President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has stayed true to his manifesto. His processes are speaking in alignment to what he hopes to achieve. And I'm very happy with that. But at the same time, we know that,
You're happy that Nigerians are hungry? Because those policies, you said you're happy with those policies. But those who will say the policies are making some Nigerians more hungry.
Well, like I said, I knew the pains that was going to come with some of these policies, and I prepared myself for it. But at the same time, I must not put myself in the shoes of every other person and assume that they will be able to bear the pain as much as I would. And like I've always said, I don't benefit anything from the government. I don't work with the government except for my recent appointment. But at the same time, I must be able to speak the truth when I ought to. Nigerians are hungry because of the pains of these policies. But we need to understand that for me as a president, I understood that these policies were going to come with pains at the short term. At the medium term and long term, we should start feeling some of succor from, and relief from these pains and hunger. You understand? So this is what I know that will happen at the long run. And I'm just waiting and patient. But I don't ask everybody to be as patient as I am. Speak up, let the government know, and let them take the right decision. And this government has not been deaf to the cries of the people. Governors have received trailers of rice. They've received intervention fund up to 570 billion. What are they doing for this to the people at the grassroots level to feel some sort of relief? If the government are not doing it right, maybe it is time for this government to stop giving interventions to the government. Maybe it is time for the government to start looking at, instead of just giving out rice, we start building a massive hub, just like Lagos State is doing in territorial hub in different states of the nation for easy accessibility for people to, which will support the farmers who takes their goods from our government can buy and subsidize to people. Right. I would rather we subsidize in terms of agriculture than fuel subsidy.
Anyways, guys, before I go any further into this video, how are we doing? Welcome to another wonderful episode of The Kiwi Show. It's your favorite girl, Jessie Rogers. Yay! Welcome back, guys. It's good to have you here once again. So, how are we doing, people? If this is your first time seeing my face in front of your screen, do not hesitate to click that thumbs up button and subscribe, and of course, share to your friends. Don't forget to like. Yes, guys. So on today's episode, you guys just watched that, right? Please, somebody should tell me he's joking. Because, he's a comedian. That's what he does for a living. So can someone please tell me that he's a joker? Like, that was just a joke? Maybe that's like a stunt to trend again. Because how? How do you say something like nobody can do better than what the current president has done for this country? Nobody, that you haven't seen anybody who has done better, or there's nobody else that could have done better. That has got to be a joke, right? If he was really doing well, why would Nigerians decide to protest? If it was really, really doing well, why did even the rich man complain? Yo, have you ever seen Dangote complain ever about anything concerning the country's economics or, whatever it is that's happening in the country? Have you ever seen, Dangote is like one of the richest men in Africa and of course the world. Have you ever heard him complaining about anything, no matter how bad the nation's, economy is looking? But in Tinubu's regime, this man complained. Y'all. It was crazy. And we even got to see his humorous side. Don't you understand? How can you say that you challenge others to present their manifestos? Are you a clown? Oh, See, I want to do this analysis like this. There's this thing I want to share with you guys, and I really hope that you can just patiently follow me, okay? Until I'm done with the whole explanation, so that I can make you understand, so that I can break this thing down for you little by little, so that you can understand why this is not nice. Well, why that thing we just watched, why it's not nice. Now let me explain. I'm going to start with this very old proverb. I don't know how many other cultures know of that riddle. It's more like all these folk tales that they use to teach children while growing up. So back in the days, my grandfather would say things like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say it in Igbo first, then I'll interpret. So my grandfather would say, Onyega n'ahịa eke, ya na ndị ahịa eso okwu. Oje n'ahịa orie, ya na ndị ahịa esekwa okwu. Oje n'ahịa afọ, ya na ndị ahịa eso okwu. Jekwa ahịa nkwọ, ya na ndị ahịa esekwa okwu. Ya na ndị ahịa ke ndị na-achọ okwu. What it's trying to say is, if somebody goes to Eke Market and has issues with the Eke Market people, he goes to Ori Market and has issues with the Ori Market people, goes to Nkwo Market and Afo Market and has problem with all of the 4 market people, himself and the market people, who is looking for trouble. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if everybody has the same opinion, let me not say, of the majority of human beings have the same opinion about a particular issue, about a particular person, I think you should watch your step. Because I can understand a lot of people are of the opinion that, that they can't just follow the crowd and tag this person bad when they have not seen any reason to tag that person bad. Listen, if 100 persons have the same thing, 100 persons who don't know each other have the same thing to say about one person, if you want to associate with that person, I think it's only wise that you think. Okay? It's only wise that you don't have to learn from your mistakes. You can learn from other people's mistakes. That's what makes a smart person. I can understand that there are very wrong stereotypes, all right? Like, a stereotype about a particular person or about a particular people, a narrative that has sold for the longest time. I can understand that you can come out and say, oh no, it's not nice to just completely cancel out a particular person just because some people have decided to label him this. It might not actually be what that person is. So some people try to see things in a different light and not follow a stereotype, which is good. But let me tell you something. Before a stereotype is formed, okay? Before a stereotype is formed, there must have been something like a repeated cycle of events surrounding that particular person before a stereotype is successfully formed. I don't know if I'm making sense. Now, why am I giving all these examples? Why am I saying all this? Going tutor mode. Why am I going tutor mode? Now, the current president of Nigeria did not really have the support of the majority during the elections. Okay? Like, a lot of Nigerians were of the opinion that that's the thing. How he got into power, maybe there were some other secret Nigerians who were rooting for him that we didn't know. But the majority of people that came out to social media, like that aired their opinion, most of Nigerians that aired their opinion publicly were not in support of the current president. Okay? But now, it seems like, because they had their different arguments. They had a lot of, things that they said about him that he did. And, just understand that this current presidency, a lot of Nigerians did not have anything good to say about him. But there were a few Nigerians, right, who, that's the minority, who saw something good in the current president. They saw something good. They believed, he had plans for this nation. He had great plans for this nation. And they, I'm going to be pretty honest. That minority is made up of mostly, our entertainers, comedians, actors and actresses, and some singers, So people who are in the entertainment industry, they were the ones who were like, pulling out the cards of, vote him, during the elections. They're like, vote him. He's going to do this. Even some pastors were of the opinion that, God is going to use him to change the country, stuff like that. I don't know if you get. So this has happened right now, okay? And he's already in power. You all saw the good that we couldn't see. He got into power. And then a massive decline in the country's economy took place. Since I was born, I've been hearing, Nigeria this, Nigeria that, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is this and that. As far back as when I was born. Like growing up, I grew up to hear people and adults every day complaining about Nigeria. As bad as it was back then, people are saying that this is the worst it has gotten to since the current presidency emerged the position. Since the current presidency emerged, a lot of people are saying that this is the worst Nigeria has ever been since this history of being worst or bad, whatever. Okay, so now this has happened. Now, let me go back to that, my analysis. At this point, I'm going to be talking about the realization, okay? Now, everybody canceled a particular thing, even people, like I said, people, 100 persons that don't know each other have the same bad thing to say about a particular thing or about a particular person. Now, you eventually associate with that person or that thing and discover that true, what these 100 people are saying is not wrong, okay? Having realized that, what is your next line of action? Is it to defend your actions and say, well, it's not that bad? Or you just, spill the truth, having experienced it firsthand? Why do you still need to cover up? I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Now, Nigerians have been dragging some of these celebrities and entertainers that pushed for the current presidency, dragging them. What is their defense? Because they cannot say that they haven't seen what is happening in the country. They cannot say they haven't come to the realization that, I think we might have made a mistake. So are they supposed to take responsibility for their action or start to defend? Because most of them, all they keep doing is defend themselves with, I have rights. Yes, you have the rights to vote. But you didn't just vote alone. You didn't just come out alone and say, me personally, I just want to vote for this guy. No. That wasn't what happened. You made people, because you are an influencer to a reasonable extent. There are people who are following you. You gave them reasons why they should follow suit. So it's not just about you now and your choice. I don't know if I'm making sense. This is that thing I always say about power. This is that thing I'm always talking about when I speak of power. When you're put in a position, because not everybody is opportuned to be in a position whereby whatever they say in that position holds water. Their opinion counts. Not everybody has the opportunity to be in that kind of, position. And you're given the opportunity to be there. And what do you do with it? You lead people into the lion's den. If you cannot handle such a position, I don't think you should be there then, honestly. How can you seriously still be defending? And I mean, look at that. That video. Did you listen? In all sincerity, I hope that was a joke. I hope that was staged. Maybe for clicks and stuff. Because if it's that way, that means a lot of Nigerians still are actually thinking like that, despite everything that has gone down in this nation so far. That would be really sad. Because the funny thing is that some Nigerians, out of bias and sentiments, they will support their favorite celebrity. They're supporting him. And that thing he just said. You know what's most annoying? Let me tell you what's even more annoying. What's even more annoying is the fact that some people feel they can tell somebody where their shoe hurts when they've never tried on that shoe. It can't fit in that shoe. It's the person that is wearing the shoe that knows where it's hurting them, that knows where it's, pinching. So you don't get to tell them anything. If you're not in Nigeria, let me just say it as it is. If you're not in Nigeria, you don't live in Nigeria, even if you're in Nigeria, but you don't live in this country. You're not feeling the heat. You don't know as they pinch people for body. I don't believe you have an opinion. That's just my hot take. If you're not in this country to experience what it is we are experiencing, you have no right. Because look at what's funny. You probably have a dual citizenship. If Nigeria doesn't work, you have another option. People, you cannot compare yourself or try to say anything with and put yourself in the same shoes with people who not get dual citizenship. If Nigeria don't be, that's the only citizenship that they have. And you feel you can say something from your fine place, your pretty house in the UK. You don't know the prices of things in the markets in Nigeria. You don't know how Nigeria is working in the meantime. You don't know how people are struggling to survive. So they rich man, even they complain, and you think you should have an opinion. No, I don't think you should have an opinion. You can't. You don't have any right to tell people how to express their grief that you've not experienced or you're not experiencing. You don't tell them how to handle it. That's my hot take. And this only further proves the fact that corruption has really eaten deep into the society. Like even to that common man that is complaining of how bad the government is, put him in that government and see if he won't be worse. You don't even need to put him in the government. Just give him chicken change. He will change mouth sharp. Just give him 2K. So you see the thing. This change you are looking for in this country, you go far. Because how do some people think? How? Especially in this, when it comes to this country's issues, how is your brain wired? You're challenging them to bring their manifesto. Right? Are you serious right now? I mean, guys, what is your hot take on it? What do you think about this thing that we just saw? What's your hot take? Because, I mean, if there's something I'm missing, somebody should please point me out. Point it out for me. Let me see. We need to do better as Nigerians, though. If we really want to change, if we really want things to change for the better in this country, we need to do better ourselves. Down to the least person. We need to do better. So tell me, guys, did you enjoy this video? If you did, do not hesitate to click the like button and of course subscribe and share to your friends. So let me know what you think about this whole situation. What do you think about that video? Do you think it was making sense in the slightest way? Anyways, I'll be reading your thoughts in the comment section. So It's been another wonderful time with you guys here on the Kiwi Show, and I remain your sweet darling, Jessie Rogers. So, until next time, when I will be coming back, of course, with another very interesting topic for you guys, it's going to be bye-bye for now.